Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an AD&D monster video on retrievers. Okay, if you're a dungeon master and you want to impress upon your players the seriousness of their situation, you could not do much better than a retriever. Retrievers are found on page 75 of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Fiend Folio. These are very powerful creatures, and you got to be sparing in how you use them. Also, your story has to include certain elements to allow you to use retrievers. They're not wandering the prime material plane. Okay. Retrievers are personal constructs of Demogorgon. See his entry in the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual. These things are only seen on the prime material plane when on a mission directly from him or from one of the other powerful denizens of the abyss. These things have to be on a mission. They're not independent creatures. If Demogorgon or another powerful resident of the abyss does not figure into your campaign, then a retriever may not work for you. Keep that in mind. Also, because plot is everything. Also, note that a savings throw versus magic will be necessary for any player character 5th level or lower, or any monster of less than 6 hit dice, when they see a retriever come within 30 feet. These things are hideous. Retrievers are exceedingly powerful. They are 10 hit die critters with 4 attacks. They do 3 to 18 points of damage with each attack. They look like big demonic looking spiders, and the front 4 arms have cleavers on the end of them. That's where they get their 4 attacks with the damage. Furthermore, this is the bad part. These things have a ranged attack that is potentially very devastating. These things have 4 different ranged ray type of attacks coming from 4 of their eyes, because they've got 2 eyes are for seeing and 4 fire these beams of energy, these rays. There's 4 different rays that come out of these things: fire, cold, lightning, and transmutation. Now, the fire, cold, and lightning do damage equal to the hit points of the retriever, just like a dragon's breath weapon. For the fire, cold, and lightning, they do damage equal to the hit points of the retriever, and unless, of course, the victim saves versus dragon breath, in which case they take half damage. Essentially, every 6 rounds, a retriever gets 3 different equivalent breath weapons from different dragons: fire, cold, and lightning. It takes 6 rounds for these things to recharge, because this isn't a normal animal. Remember, it's a construct. The transmutation ray is potentially just as devastating. You got to read up on it very carefully. It randomly transmutes people and items into things. There's savings throws, and there's only certain ways to turn them back. You got to read it. It's freaking ridiculous. The book specifically states that the retriever will start with the ray attacks and then use the 4 front legs armed with the cleavers to attack while the rays recharge. And it takes, so basically they'll hit them with the rays, charge in, and attack with the 4 cleavers for 6 rounds. This can be a particularly terrible combination. Imagine a group of 6 player characters. 4 are hit with rays. 3, and if they fail their saves, 3 of them are damaged, dead, or immobilized. One of them may very well be transmuted, if he fails a save, into something inert. The monster then charges with a speed of 18, movement of 18 double mark, and attacks with 4 cleavers. These things are fast. Each of the cleavers does 3 to 18 points, 3d6 damage per hit. And this thing gets 4 attacks per round. So you can attack once with each of them for 6 rounds. And then, while the rays recharge, then it backs away and uses the rays again. If any of the player characters survive, the monster can then charge in and hack away for 6 more rounds. This thing is just devastating. Only 2 rays can function in a round, but that shouldn't impede the creature too much. And let's not forget that the demons... this is the best part. Sometimes demons like riding these things on the hunt. That adds a whole other level of mayhem and destruction. Not only do you have to deal with the retriever, but the demon that's riding it. And to pour salt in the open wound, if you're trying to defend yourself against one of these, the retriever has an armor class of -2. All in all, if your campaign involves denizens of the abyss, Demogorgon specifically, but any of them will work, a retriever might be just what you need to strike the fear of you into your players' hearts. As soon as one of these ultra-powerful beings notices the player characters and becomes offended at one or more of them, they will find themselves on a hit list, and one of the most effective hitmen to come calling may very well be a retriever. I would not send a retriever against any group less than 8th level, but that's just me. It's your game, you run it how you want. If you really, really want to strike fear into them, send a retriever. And if your players are exceedingly arrogant, maybe stick a demon on top too. What the hell? Like a cherry on top, you know? Read up on retrievers before you use them, please, because they're not. You don't want to use these things lightly, but they can be very, very effective, especially if your group has become arrogant, conceited, whatever. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.